Joining me from London is Patrick Christys, star presenter of GB News. Patrick, always great to see you. Look, tell me, what is this Labor Party under Keir Starmer? Because the election is all about how hopeless the Conservatives are. I'm not hearing much about how great Labor really is.
Yeah, absolutely. So Labour is on course to win the largest majority since 1832. Well, we were still putting people in the stocks then. People were still being hung, drawn and quartered then. And I can't help but wonder if that's a metaphor for what's to come for Sir Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, who could become very unpopular very quickly. His personal approval ratings are very, very low. There is not a massive appetite for what Labour actually stands for. Votes for 16-year-olds, hundreds of billions of pounds for net zero and green stuff, very soft on illegal immigration, to make an enemy of Israel and essentially side with the Palestinian state, more men in women's changing rooms, for goodness sake, as well. So we're going to see all of that. Now, we call him Sir Flip-Flop over here. I think that would be Sir Thong in Australia, which I actually prefer. But he's U-turned on everything. He used to want to abolish the monarchy. He signed a letter to get illegal immigrants off a deportation flight. One of those people went on to murder someone, for goodness sake. And in his days as a lawyer, he represented foreign terrorist groups in the European Court. The thing is, though, I don't reckon he's going to go the full 5 years, Andrew. The problem is, I might not either. And I was hoping to ask you if I could claim asylum and come and live with you. I already speak the language.
I don't know. If he's going to have that kind of majority, I can't see him losing office for a long time. But honestly, see, this is the thing. I don't think Britain is in the same headspace as what Labor there is offering. I mean, particularly on immigration. And I just wonder, look, Nigel Farage is a colleague of yours, presenter at GB News. You know, he got back into politics. He's leading the anti-immigration reform party, but is not likely to win many seats because of this first-past-the-post system, splitting the vote. It's just going to split the Conservative vote between the Conservatives and him, and then hand even more seats to Labor, which will open the gates. I mean, I don't get it. What do you make of his campaign?
Well, it's interesting. So, as far as Nigel's concerned, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And he's done deals with the Conservatives in the past. They've promised him to be more conservative, and then they've gone on to not be conservative at all. And that is actually how millions of voters feel in this country. Like a dog returning to its vomit, you could go out and vote Conservative again, but you're probably going to get something that isn't particularly conservative. So Nigel's thing is, let's just give them a massive kicking. And millions of people are expected today to go out and do just that. But as you say, not anticipating getting many seats. The latest poll, which I just saw on my phone literally just before you started talking to me, would put them on 3 seats, which is not a lot, but they could get between, say, 5 and 8 million votes. So what he's thinking is, well, we'll get 3 seats, we'll get a foot in the door, people will get a little whiff of what a proper socialist government looks like. We are not a socialist country here. They will hate it. The Conservatives will still be a mess, and then in parachutes Nigel Farage as the saviour. It's a high-risk strategy, you know, and some people will say, well, that's playing roulette with Britain, but a lot of people will say, well, to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter because we're just going to get 2 cheeks of the same backside anyway, no matter what.
Oh, but I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if he's going to win his own seat. How many times has he tried and failed? 6 times or something like that? I mean, yeah. I don't know. And if he doesn't, all it's really done is help destroy the Conservatives, any real opposition, and Labor will have free rein. I mean, I note your happy prediction that Labor, the Labor leader will be out before the 5-year term. But with a majority like that, Patrick, they can do anything.
Yeah, they can. This is a massive risk, OK? It is a massive risk for them. The thing that I will say is that the Labour Party has a massive capacity to implode. So, for example, if Sir Keir Starmer had been in charge at the time of the October the 7th massacre, he would have lost half of his front bench, probably a bit more, a load of his backbench MPs. He would have been in real turmoil. And so there is the capacity, despite the numbers, for there to be some kind of catastrophic implosion. I mean, the problem when it comes to the Conservatives is, though, they've just left it too late. right? So, they've had numerous opportunities to sort things out, to stop the boats. But now we end up with a potentially a Labour government that actually could allow 90,000 more people to claim asylum in Britain who would not be allowed now, and also they say they're going to build 1.5 million social houses every year. They're going to let asylum seekers live in those social houses as well. They've got a new Home Secretary probably at midnight tonight who held up a refugees welcome sign. But the problem is, Andrew, the Conservative Party are not a million miles off that. All of this has been happening under their watch as well. So there is huge levels of frustration out there. I completely get what you're saying, that, we're going to end up with Labour. That's what the Tories are saying. The Conservatives are saying, if you vote for Nigel Farage, you get socialism. And I get that. But unfortunately, people are so beaten down by what we've seen that maybe they just don't really care. But I think they will care when it happens.
How the Conservatives are throwing it away. But at least I've had happier news, Patrick. You've posted pictures of your wedding. It looks fantastic. I'm so glad for you, so happy for you. I've got to congratulate you, mate. Lovely bride and happy groom. Good on you, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, Andrew. No, thank you so much. I've had to cancel the honeymoon because of the election, so I'm going away hopefully in a few weeks' time. But God bless you, Andrew. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Good on you, Patrick.